There's people screaming in the river. We're evacuating everybody. Oh my God.
There's so many people in it.
Starting at 1 o'clock in the morning through 4 o'clock, you get training thunderstorms, torrential rain that fall down in one spot in the worst possible place.
Oh my God! Stop! No, he needs to get out!
It happened fast and it happened in the dark.
One word, catastrophic.
We didn't know this flood was coming. Rest assured, no one knew this kind of flood was coming.
It's going to be a mass casualty event.
Everybody's sleeping, preparing for July 4th for the next day, and we get this.
I've never seen anything this tragic in my life.
The scope of the tragedy can be seen in the raw numbers. In some locations, the Guadalupe River rose 26 feet in just 45 minutes. In the community of Comfort, it jumped 34 feet in an hour and a half. The force of that water in that short amount of time ripped apart trees, also cabins and structures. It also ripped apart hearts across Central Texas and beyond.
Empathy is not the right word. It's true sadness.
This is a hard day, and there will be hard days to come. Pray for us.
When I was standing on my porch, both my parents are deceased, and I said, Mom, Dad, God, help.
Well, I had a family of 5 sitting right there on the island, and they got washed away.
You saw them being washed away?
Yes, we heard them. They were screaming.
It is just carnage all the way down, and we were just hoping if we could come across even one person, then that would have been worth the trip.
We just never have seen this much devastation.
Very large trees that are just uprooted and thrown around like, toys.
We did find a truck down the river that's completely covered in dirt, and we don't know if there's anybody in there or if it was just swept away.
It's devastation. Everything. A lot of people lost everything. A lot of them lost their lives. It's the worst thing I've seen.
Devastation and disaster, yes, but never with the death toll because the number climbing high and high every day, and that's the heartbreaking, man.
The water started coming through the flooring, and I just felt the whole house pick up, and been on a lot of boats, and it felt like I was in a boat.
Aiden said, hey, I've got to go. I've got to help Ella and Reese. So he gave the phone to Joyce Catherine. Joyce Catherine said, they just got washed away. And then a few seconds later, the phone went dead.
Crews are preparing for another day of search and rescue.
We will be relentless in going after and ensuring that we locate every single person who's been a victim of this flooding event.
The focus remains on finding anyone who might be alive and also finding the lost in order to bring closure to family members who are desperately looking for information about their loved ones. But within days of the tragedy, many started to ask questions if and when important alerts were sent out. Could this tragedy have been prevented? Tensions rose in an effort to search for accountability.
There will naturally be a period of retrospection where you look back and say, okay, what exactly transpired? What was the timeline? And what could have been done differently to prevent this loss of life?
At midnight, the water was 7 feet high, moving at 8 cubic feet per second. In 3 hours' time, it was now at 29.5 feet, moving at 120,000 cubic feet per second.
There's going to be a lot of finger pointing and a lot of second guessing and Monday morning quarterbacking.
So at 1:14 and at 3:19 in the morning, a flood warning was issued for a possible loss of life. However, at 4:03 in the morning, flash flood emergency was issued, and that's for a catastrophic loss of life. These are incredibly rare.
What happened? When did it happen? Was the emergency manager awake at the time? Did they push the button to issue an emergency alert?
Sir, it's not that easy when you just push a button, okay? There's a lot more to that. And we've told you several times.
There's a lot of people saying why and how, and I understand that. And I understand why parents would be asking those questions and all of the media.
You know, we're not running, we're not going to hide from everything. That's going to be checked into at a later time.
My focus isn't on trying to say, oh, you did wrong or you should have done better there. My job is to bring Texas and Texans together.
But we've had not a soul come to us from the city or the... No, Renee, we need to get some help here.
We are a older community. A lot of our people don't have insurance, they don't have money. Kind of a forgotten community for Travis County.
What can we do? Do you want us to tell officials to head down here?
I think somebody needs to say, hey, they're good about talking about doing some stuff, but we haven't seen anything.
As with other significant events that are emergencies services encounter, this incident will be reviewed. You have my word.
Despite any tensions that might be arising in the midst of this tragedy, one thing that so many continue to hold on to is a tremendous amount of hope. First responders and volunteers from all across the state, across the country, and also Mexico have poured in to help in this recovery process. What we found is an extremely resilient community being helped back onto its feet as they start their road to recovery.
You had a whole village of people that you had to worry about. What drives you to help even more people?
It's the only thing that matters.
My whole purpose of what I do is to give someone 15 seconds to drive by and be like, that's nice.
What does heart hurt mean?
Everybody can relate to a hurting heart. It's okay for them for a window of time to weep, to mourn, to say, my heart is broken.
You never know what people's situations are, and if we have things that are
any kind of resource,
and we have the resources to do it, then we're going to help when we can help.
Seeing everyone come together for this small community, anywhere from Hunt down to here to Comfort to Bernie, is covered with volunteers ready to help and lend a hand and put themselves in danger to give these families closure.
We're brothers. There's no flags or countries in between firefighters. We're humans, and we're helping humans. That's what matters.
As a community, we felt the need to come on by and help as much as we could.
We do 800 to 900 portions. Same thing with the rice.
We have been washed out and we're cleaning out our house. We don't have anything to cook on. We come up here and get food. These people are fantastic.
We just believe amazing things happen over a shared meal. And to be able to do that with somebody on potentially the worst day of their life is very important to us.
I just think, if the table was turned, would I want somebody to be there for me? I think about my wife and my children, and would I want somebody to be there for them? And the truth is absolutely.
Prayers, just Jesus help us, help these people that have lost kids, grandkids, parents, and God has a way of turning this around for good.